All right, welcome to our Merry Makers series. This month we are featuring the Merriest trees, which is a really fun set. I have sent a PDF, so hopefully you've gotten the PDF if you are taking the class with me. If you're not taking the Merry Makers Christmas card series, we have 1 month left, and I'll just say that next month's projects, or this month's projects for November, are featuring, we're going to feature the Joy to Use stamp set. So if you've gotten the stamp set but you don't know quite what to do with it, this is a great class for you. You can also add on the stamp set if you want. So it's just a sentiment set. And then it includes a half a pack of the paper and an eighth a pack of the specialty paper as well. And this paper is really fun. It's got lots of what I would consider really classic Christmas prints. Music notes, wood grains, lots of good greens and reds. And then it also features the vanilla check buffalo ribbon and a half a pack of the adhesive backed sparkle gems, and these are quite fun. So just a quick plug for Merry Makers, and I hope that you will consider taking the last class of our series. So for the Merriest Trees class, all the instructions are here in terms of what you need. This first card is the blue trees, is what I like to call them. And it's a pretty simple card to make. In your packet, you have the blueberry bushel. And then what you're gonna do when you stamp your trees, and I'm hoping I've got a piece that's ready for this. Let's see if I've got it. Yeah, so what you're gonna do when you have your piece is you're gonna stamp, you need to stamp 2 trees that are in boho blue, and you need to stamp 2 in blueberry bushel, and you can fit 2 to a page. So then when you go to cut it, you're gonna use the 4th largest die piece. Now let's say you don't have the dies, you can just fussy cut this, and you're just gonna leave this bottom one off. And then this one, you're gonna cut nice and large. And then what you're gonna do for this, in your packet, I've already die cut for you. And hopefully I have a sample here. My packets have turned to a hot little mess here. Here we go. I have already die cut for you a set of this glimmer adhesive paper for you to do this. And then of course you have a half a pack of the fun festive pearls that you can add. And then you're just gonna stamp the love and joy in blueberry bushel. So this is a fun card because it has vellum. So the vellum is actually glued on top of the designer series paper. So let me pull my samples out. So I put a little bit of glue back behind here because you're not gonna see those. The trees are gonna be there. And then you're gonna cut a swoop from the little piece of white to make your snowdrift. And then if you really, really, really think you need to, you can put a little glue dot behind here, behind the corners, if it's like peeling up. Sometimes vellum does that when the humidity's high. So, but once you've done this, then you'll also have a piece of white for the inside. And then you'll just stamp your trees and cut them out and then decorate them. So there is a star, an adhesive star here as well. So that's fun. You can add that to the top of this tree, the blue tree. I think he's cute. So that's the blue card. And this, we use the glimmer. On this one, we use just the silver foil, but we liked the glimmer and it's adhesive backed, so it makes life a little bit easier. So that's one. If you have a Stamparatus, this is actually a great set of cards to use the Stamparatus because you can stamp it, rotate the paper, stamp it again. If you don't get a solid image, right, you can keep going back. So I would actually recommend the Stamparatus for these projects. I think it makes it a whole lot easier. So just FYI. Okay, so then project number 2, let me move this over. So project number 2, I'm actually going to show you guys this one. So this card is fun because it's kind of a fun fold. So you have a smaller writing area. I love this when I don't have a lot to say, you know, dear so-and-so, Merry Christmas, love the Thomas family. It's a really easy card to make because all you're gonna do is you've got all of your, I've got several versions here and lots of scraps. I don't know what was quite happening when I was crafting the other day, guys, but things got a little out of hand. So let's see if I've got the pieces to make this. Okay, so you have a few scraps of paper. So you've got a piece of cherry color to go here. You've got one that goes at the top, and then this one's too big, I need to trim it, but you'll have another piece here. So there's some pretty specific cutting directions for this DSP, so just be really careful and take your time. And then you just stamp on the white tree that's already been cut for you in shaded spruce. You'll just cut this and then, or stamp that, stamp a few of those little trees, and then you'll just pop it up. And then again, we've included some gold for this as well. So you'll have some gold, you'll have a gold star to put at the top of your tree. And then it's just cool because it's a fun fold. And so it's just missing that bottom part of the paper. I think that this is a neat card. I think people would be excited to get this card for the holidays. So that is another card. All right, now let's see. Yeah, let me show you. So the third card is this one. And this is also a fun fold. And we did a little bit of playing around with this one the other day. So this card is fun because it's just missing a small piece, right? So we just cut it in a way where we've got our 3-inch panel here, and then we've got a little 3/4 inch panel right over here. When you stamp the sentiment and you put it on top, you're just gonna stamp it in shaded spruce, and then you're going to put your tree on. So we had a strong debate back and forth. You know, we all collaborate on this. So this is with Old Olive and Shaded Spruce, and this is with Garden Green. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in Garden Green, so that's the one, that's the tree I'm gonna go for on this one. But just FYI, if you're wondering about the two different color combos. And then again, with this one, we have some more gold glimmer. So you've got plenty of shimmer and shine. All right, now the last set of projects. So the other thing I'll say with this is that we didn't use the polar bear paper, the one with the bears. They're not polar bears, they're just bears. And it's very, very cute. And I would highly encourage you to, if you've got the bear punch, or if you want to fussy cut him out, you can fussy cut the smaller bears and the bigger bears. But you're gonna have a good amount of paper left over. And so, you know, make sure, I mean, there's at least 3 full panels. And then, you know, you've got some partial panels as well. So make sure you know, play with this paper and make some cute cards, because you definitely have some options there. All right, so let's see. So the last card, I have kind of a couple of options for you. And then I'm gonna show you a bonus card. Oh, there's this one, okay. So for this card, you have choices. So the way that this card was designed was it's supposed to be a window and you're looking outside at the snow. Some of us liked the pink trees, some of us didn't. Some of us said, you know, maybe we'll do a red tree, maybe we'll do a white tree, because it has kind of a little bit of contrast on here. So I might build one of these cards, and I might build one where I've got, you know, maybe I do one like this, but maybe I do one like this, and I kind of decide at that point, you know, which way I want to go. I'm not 1000% convinced about the pink Christmas tree, and then this is really easy. You just stamp, you can stamp a bunch of these on a piece, and then you can just cut them with a little chopper. So this is a pretty easy little sentiment to stamp and cut. So, all right, so I've got my trees ready for this, and so I'm gonna work on putting that together, and I've got my sentiment as well. So I've got that, and then, there's a blue sentiment hanging around, and I've got some extra pieces here because what you've got going on. All right, but the last card I wanted to show you is actually kind of a bonus card from me, and I made it on a Facebook Live a couple weeks ago, but I know not everybody watches those. So I wanted to show you, this die set is really interesting because it's one tree stamp, but yet it's 5 dies, right? And they cut varying heights. So they cut the big tree, and then they cut, you know, number 4, and then only the 3, and then the 2, and then the 1, right? And so I said, I'm gonna make a rainbow tree, like a tree that has a different color. And the paper that goes with it is that really fun fa la 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 paper, right? And so, and then I added a little bit of vellum in front of here just to kind of calm it down a bit because it's a pretty loud card to begin with. But added that fun trim, and then you can see, and I kind of show from the side, you can see all those layers, right? So you see that there's a blue and a green and a pink and a poppy parade and a crushed curry. And so I did the same style of card, right? But just a little bit different, a little bit wilder. So hope that you enjoyed that. For those of you who got the Merriest Trees class, I hope that you love it and you have a lot of fun making your cards. If you didn't get the class and you don't want to miss out on next month, I'll make sure to put the link down below, and you can subscribe, and I'll probably have to cut it off next week, but I'll make sure to put the link and a date below. So thanks so much. Thanks for tuning in. Again, Melissa Thomas, C2C Stamping, and we're the Merry Makers. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.